Big P here, Porky's Corner, part one with Andy from Aberdeen. How are you doing, Andy? I can't hear you, mate.
How's that?
How's that better, yeah?
That better? Hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Good man. How are
Oh,
you?
yeah. All right, what are you on with?
Aye, not bad, eh? Just getting ready to go back to work tomorrow. So it's a public holiday up here today. I don't think it is down with you guys, though, is it? It's a Scottish thing. First and second, it's public holidays up here.
Oh, is that what it's up your way, yeah?
Yeah.
Don't do that down here.
Extra day to sober up.
Yeah, it's banks are open on the day after New Year's Day round here. They still aren't paying, mate.
Aye.
They'll charge 34 quid a day if you don't pay them.
Yeah, aye, rip off there.
I didn't know that you had that extra bank holiday day. I didn't know that.
Yeah. No, my brother's working. He works for an English-based company, so he's working today. So not everybody gets it off, but we're lucky. We get it off. So back to work tomorrow, though. Short week. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. So
What have you been doing today? And you've been up piss.
nah, just doing family stuff. Just doing
Yeah.
family stuff. I've not really had. I've had two drinks, one on Hogmanay and one last night.
Yeah.
Those pretty big, huge drinks. Like,
Yeah.
nah, one drink each night. That's been me. So maybe make up for.
What do you think to Eddie Hills and Bricktop holding hands with? Well, Eddie wasn't holding his hand, was he? Did you see it? He was holding Bricktop's hand, wasn't he? Turkey, but Eddie didn't want holding the other guy's hands.
Nah,
I don't think Eddie's like that. Eddie didn't want to be because he knew that. He knew I was waiting under that ice, didn't he? For when it cracked, I was waiting there, mate.
it's like when your child gets to 14 or 15, they don't want to hold your hand crossing the road anymore, do they? That's what Eddie looked like.
Frank's 70 odd though, isn't he now? He needs a bit of help on it road, doesn't he, old lad? 70.
He's getting frail.
He's getting what?
I don't think he'd like you saying that. He's getting frail.
Well, he is in his old age, isn't he?
He is, but he's kind of hardcore, isn't
he? He's 72 next month.
And he's lived a life, isn't he? So he's
lived it, hasn't
he? He's done it all, hasn't he? What I've missed out saying is Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you.
Sent me a text, didn't you? Happy New Year to you, mate.
I did, didn't I?
And all you big boozers up there.
Big boozers.
Did you watch Liverpool last night?
I didn't know.
Well, we're top at league, mate, aren't we? That's all.
That's it. I don't really follow football, mate. I used to support Liverpool when I was younger. I've still got a pair of Liverpool gloves. I bought them for my son, but he's a Man U fan, so he wouldn't wear them. So
when I was born, Leeds, what team like?
They were the top team.
They were main team like when I was born. And it just didn't happen for them. They had that 60, probably 4 till, I don't know, 75 or something. And it all seemed to fall apart after then.
Yeah.
They should have kept Cloughie, shouldn't they, Leeds?
Cloughie, he's a legend, isn't he? I still see video clips of him.
The old man was a Leeds fan in 60, used to at Leeds games, but yeah, Cloughie were a legend. He left Leeds and he had a point to prove then when he went to Notts Forest, didn't he?
He was a proper old school character as well, wasn't he? He was didn't mince his words, did he?
No, he didn't. He were a tough guy. Right, Crusher, is he going to fight 3rd of Feb?
I don't think so, no. I don't think so.
I don't think so either. But Max thinks he will. There's just something about it. I just think that they had to tell us something this month to keep him in the storyline and keep him being relevant, because that's what the main objective is for all these people, staying relevant. Now, I heard a story today that Tyson's supposed to be training his nuts off. That might be why the old man's not around, because they might see him as like a disturbance, because there's some serious work to be done now, isn't there? But if this is how they're doing it, it looks like that he's making out they fell out, doesn't he? So that's to soften Usyk up in it and all this mind games. But it's like Max said earlier, Usyk don't put no out. He just trains accordingly, doesn't he?
Yeah. He just gets on with it. He's all business, isn't he? It's no messing about.
George Groves has got Usyk to run rings around Fury. So like, George Groves was saying to those in the know and those who are listening that it's a very easy night for Usyk.
He's been saying that a long time, doesn't he, George Groves? Remember seeing him.
George Groves has been saying it a long time, but a lot of people have looked at that Ngannou fight and
I know, it's actually embarrassing, isn't it? It's an embarrassment for Tyson Fury, that fight, isn't it? I think he probably is embarrassed, but he'll be wanting to prove a point, I think.
odds have come in, haven't they, with bookies, haven't they? So
Oh, I've not seen any odds yet. No.
It's going to be interesting to see what happens moving sideways. Okay. Did you see the talk sport with Judge Jordan and Bricktop? Not Bricktop, yeah, Bricktop. You see it earlier.
No, I've not seen that. I've not had a chance to see anything much today.
Jordan's asking him, basically, Judge Jordan, he's basically asking him, listen, Frank, is the atmosphere going to be a bit better this time? You know, in Saudi, because it does lack that atmosphere, doesn't it? They can put as many DJs there with as many fancy big speakers and all that, but it ain't the same if, you know, it doesn't have that like, they don't have that big fight atmosphere. That's what I've heard. I don't know, because everybody's usually like losing plot about 10:30, aren't they, on a Saturday night at these shows? And there don't seem to be any of that, do they? Everybody don't really know how to let their hair down. I mean, you're going to get your hand cut off if you do out, or your tongue cut out if you say out.
It's a bit like China and Japan's a bit like that, isn't it? These countries, if you ever watch any fights out there, the audience is just silent, aren't they? And then they give a round of applause after each round. And I didn't even hear that in Saudi though.
I've had mates who've been to fights in America, and they said there ain't no atmosphere there either.
Right.
He said you've got people just sat there with an hot dog.
It's a long time since I've been to a live show, but I think from what I remember, and I've gone before, I'd go and watch all the fights, because I thought, paid my money, I'll go and watch maybe in a tight spot. Yeah. I'll go and watch all the fights, but I noticed that a large amount of people didn't come in until the main event. You know, I thought, you know, they come in or juiced up for the main event. You know, I'm like, I don't know.
What time you go to arena, don't I mean?
Yeah.
Went to Froch Grove, staggered into arena, just got in at 10ish. I was blottoed, mate, but I was stuck in that living rooms in Manchester and just got rooted to this seat for ages. And I went, God, look at the time, we need to get a move on. You know, one of them. But normally I go there early, especially with Dennis's shows. I like to go there early, I like to see main cars. If you're just going out for a night out, when you go for a night out, right? If you're going to another city, you want to see a bit of the city, don't you? Really?
Aye.
Something to eat and then just go for fights that you want. You want to pick what you want to watch. You don't want to sit at Omni and watch everything, because usually by you get to the main event, you're falling asleep, aren't you? Have been put on. Well, that's how I look at it.
Aye. I went to see Mike Tyson at Hampden years ago, but
years ago against Lou Savarise.
Yeah, and there was no, it was a big undercard. There was, I think Junior Witter was fighting Zab Judah. Robin Reed was fighting Silvio Branco.
Dave Caldwell got beat on that, didn't he?
Did he? Was he on that? I've probably seen that fight.
Come box, right? Yeah.
We were there about 6 o'clock. Seen just about all the fights. It was what was it? It was a cruiserweight fight as well. Bruce. Bruce.
No, not Bruce Seldon, was it? No, Bruce.
No, British guy, cruiserweight champion. I forget who he was fighting. Oh, memory's gone. But the Zab Judah Junior Witter fight was decent. That was a decent fight, and they were distance fights, and so were Robin Reed, wasn't it? But there was no PA system, so you weren't hearing who was getting introduced to that. Something went down with the system, so that was disappointing. And then it started pissing rain. It was pure hosing it down by the time so the folk, you've seen the folk running away from ringside because they were getting absolutely drenched before the. That was probably, I think it maybe dried up a wee bit before the main event came on, but that only lasted about 90 seconds, didn't it? Hit the ref and everything. And he was shouting about eating Lennox Lewis's children, but he didn't have any children at that time. So I think Tyson had just lost it. But that's when he hit Frank Warren that time, wasn't it?
Bruce Scott, it was.
Bruce Scott, that's right.
Yeah,
he was fighting. I think who else was fighting? It was a big undercard. It was 12. I'm sure it was 12 fights or
but
10
Commonwealth,
fights.
wasn't it? There were 14 fights on.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought there was about a dozen fights. Yeah, it was. I watched them all, I think, just about a pair of binoculars from where we were sitting.
Dave Caldwell were only at B-side against Hussein.
Right.
So.
That'd be 1999, I think, was it?
What?
Was it 1999?
Yeah. No, 2000, June.
2000, right. Yeah. Yeah, it was 4 of us went through to watch that.
Hussein, 10-0, knocked out Dave Caldwell, 6-11 he were at the time.
Ah, right. Yeah.
A 6-round flyweight. And he got iced in 1 round. And I don't know, 5'3", 6-11 he was. But my mate, Ryan Rowlandson. Wait, Ryan Rowlandson? Yeah, I think he were there. Caldwell trained him as a amateur. Was it Ryan? Was it Ryan? No, it was Matt. It was Matt from King's Gym, Chris Smedley's gym. He went to gym. He was devastated for Dave, and Dave had a bit of a pop at him. But I mean, if you've just been beat on a big show like that, you're not going to be very talkative after, are you? Really?
No. You're going to be upset, especially a first round knockout.
Yeah.
Now, this Tyson fight was bizarre, wasn't it? It's like the ref had kind of lost control a bit, or I don't know, it was just typical Tyson at that time, wasn't it? He's all over the place. So.
He only fought 1 more time after that and got knocked out and packed in Caldwell.
Right. I don't think Lou Savaris fought again after that. He'd taken George Foreman the distance, hadn't he? George Foreman beat him on points, I think, prior to that fight, from what I remember.
Caldwell fought Andy Roberts, Doncaster's worst spray painter. Jesus. I used to work at where did Andy Roberts work? No, he did a job for me. He worked. Actually, I got on all right with him. I'm not hammering him, but he did a job for me, but won't for me. You know, when you have a car done and it's like, what did I buy now? It was about 18-month-old Ford Fusion, and I had a bonnet put on it and a bumper. And you know that bit that goes behind bumper? What's it called now? The bumper protector.
It's like a bumper.
Like a big foam thing, hard, solid foam.
Oh, big polystyrene thing.
Yeah, the 400 plus that. He says, one of them? I says, yeah, I bought one because the 400 odd just fit the normal bumper and I'll just trade it on as it is. No, I don't want to put my name to that. So I went, halfway through the job, so I went and got it. I'm not hammering him, actually, he's all right. But for me like that, I thought, yeah. And I remember he did it. And I thought, I couldn't pick fault with the job. And I thought, all right then, so we're happy. And then next day, I had a better look at it next day. And just a bit of overspray, lacquer.
Yeah.
Gone from bonnet onto my bumper. Because the bumper already come painted. The bonnet didn't. It's the plastic bumper.
Right.
I never forget it was it'd have been, I think it was about a 12 plate, something like that. In 2013, something like that. But yeah, something like that can put you off, can't it, if you're a petrol head?
Yeah, that's it. Just if you're fussy with your car, if a
main dealer kid's going to do that for you, right, on the side, and they're making mistakes like that, what are these main dealers making mistakes in proper body shops? Because my brother worked for Mitsubishi 20 years in their body shop. Let me tell you this. Some of the things that were going on in that body shop were unbelievable. But they get away with these main dealers, garages. Like, for example, my dad took a car there for a service years ago, Mitsubishi Colt, and he had it a few months. It was new. And they were billing him for people out there who've got cars, right? If you've got a car and you take it to these main dealers for a service, just use your brains and fill your own screen wash up when you take it in for the service. Because all they're going to do, they're just going to bill you about 18 quid. And it's about 10 pence for 3 pints of water in it and a little blob of washing up liquid. Because that's all screen washes, isn't it? It's the same ingredients as washing up liquid, isn't it? That's why people use it, don't they? Washing up liquid now instead of screen wash. Because it's the same but a different colour, isn't it? You can go get blue washing up liquid, can't you? It's a bit like
unless you get a main dealer that's owned by like a small family firm or that. The big monster firms. I've worked in main dealers and some of the things that goes on. It's no.
What are the small ones?
Small ones will be all right, probably, but it's the bigger ones.
Main dealers.
The big main dealers, like it's owned by
like
big.
BMW have lifted my leg twice.
Yeah, the ones that's owned by big companies, yeah.
Scumbags. BMW was scumbags, mate. Utter scum. Worse than Merc ever are.
And the ones, if you go to a dealership that's owned by a small, it's only a couple of dealers that've got a small firm, you get more attention to detail, like when it comes to customer service and that. But when it comes to like say your Arnold Clarks and that, the great big ones.
Arnold Clark.
He had
car auctions him over here years ago.
Yeah, bad experiences for them.
Dennis, right? Dennis had a brand new Beamer. I forget which one it were now. Or were it Crump? I think it was Dennis. Dennis just pulling, yes, service it. They don't check out, do they? They just carry on. You just, you pay, you get your invoice, pay it, don't you? Whatever. I'd be like, what they billed you for? I think they've done him on. He were like, how come it's that dear? It were like a lot of money. Oh, brakes, this and that. No, it were Crump. It were Crump. It were an X5. Crump's gone in. He's gone here. Where's this bill from here? Brand new BMW X5. They've gone, oh, brakes are no good. Full set of brakes on them, $2.5 grand in it all the way around, on an X5, main dealer, because they're all proper, not replica bits, are they, and that?
Genuine bits.
Well, show me old bits. Couldn't find them, could they? I said, well,
no.
You were only this morning. They must be in Skip. They weren't they, were they? So they had to get the thinking caps on and work a deal out for him. But I think the one with Dennis, I think it might have been, I think it's that one he's got now. They shafted him, just a normal service, so about 3.5 bags. Oh, well, this wrong, that were wrong, and blah, 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 and this is what you paid so-and-so time ago. Look, when you're not there, right, these scumbags have been getting away with it years, these main dealers,
Oh.
Mum and Dad for years. That's one of the main reasons I didn't speak to him, because I just wanted to ring both of them. I wanted to grab both of them and bang their heads together. Try and knock some sense into them. Come and see their Uncle Big P, the son, for a car.
That's it. I know. I've got a mate of mine who used to work. He's got his own garage now, and there's other guys come from the BM dealer to work there. And some of the things that was going on in the main dealership, he was saying about this. He watched a guy taking the guy's doing the service. He takes the new pollen filter out of the box, puts it on the floor, and jumps up and down it and throws it in the bin just to save fitting it.
Yeah.
Why? Again, it's absolute madness, and somebody's paying for that. They're getting.
People think that them pollen filters don't make much difference, and there ain't that much difference, but they're there for a reason, aren't they?
They're for a reason.
Comes on, it needs replacing. It's come on for a reason, isn't it? I always say to people, what are you doing about that? Like Dennis, your lights have just come on there. Oh, it'll be right. I said, Dennis, that light's come on for a reason. If you don't deal with it, another one will come on down the line. Oh, yeah, you'll be all right. I'll do what you used to say. I'll just run it off. Because I say, it'll run off in end. You know what I mean? If you're fogging them, it'll run off. You'll come back on. You just take it off, don't you? If you keep in the car and that light's on, it's like, when you see these air crash investigation programs. This is what drives me crazy. I don't know if it's my OCD kicking in. But these pilots, where you can't see where you're going, fair enough, it's an aeroplane, you're driving at night. But when them lights come on and they choose always not to, they say, I can't see it being that. And they never believe it, do they? You know what I mean? They're coming on for a reason, aren't they? And they're very rarely faulty. It's human error, isn't it? That's know yourself, don't you, that kind of thing, don't you, up there? It's human error, isn't it?
There's no laybys in the sky.
There's no what?
There's no laybys in the sky. Something goes wrong up there.
Do you know them black boxes then? Do they have them on planes, every plane?
I think so. I mean, they don't. If you'll know yourself, watching the air crash investigations, they always find out what caused it.
They always do, don't they? Because they go for every scenario. I think they have to do. I think they have a duty of care, You know, like that flight, whatever, that's been missing, whatever, that Malaysian, whatever, is it?
MH370 or something, isn't it?
70 or whatever, yeah. They're still looking for that, and it's now up to like 300 million in it, the fees. And staggered insurance companies will have to keep paying for that. It's just unbelievable. Because there has to be they have to get to the bottom of it, don't they?
Otherwise, keep seeing things online, or it's in the sea somewhere, or folk with videos. But I just don't know if it's right or no.
It's a bit like
it's got to be somewhere. It's got to be somewhere.
For Dylan White's B sample, isn't it?
It was on board the MH370, yeah.
What do you think to situation here we Anthony Joshua? You know, he's had a lucky escape with Wilder. We all agree on that one, don't we? He must be sat there thinking, God, I was lucky there. Wilder's obviously gone to pot, hasn't he, over the last 27 months. Whatever's gone on's gone on, hasn't it? Parker fought out in his skin. Maybe fear factor kept him awake. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he did. He just stuck to his game plan all night, and he put it on Wilder when he could, didn't he? From the 8th round, I think it was. He was jumping.
Why were he not throwing, Andy?
It's like he was in a trance, wasn't it? He was. How many jabs did he throw? Hardly any. And a guy with a height and reach advantage, he should be jab, jab, jabbing's the most important punch in my book, anyway. Yeah. Everything comes off the jab, doesn't it?
Yeah, everything comes off the. That's what Julian always used to say to me. I think I've got Julian on tomorrow night or one night this week. I think it might be Thursday night.
Yeah, I got a nice message from him. He sent me his number, so I messaged him. Yeah. He sent me a message. Yeah, so I sent him some of Frank's video clips. He says he can watch them, but he's not got TikTok yet. So he loves all that stuff. He says, all the old school guys.
Yeah, madness, isn't it?
So, so Wilder going forward. I think, has he said he's retiring now, Wilder?
Well, he's saying he is, but whether he does or not,
it's early days to believe that, isn't it? If he sees a chance of making more money in Saudi, he's probably gonna take it, isn't he? So
yeah, it's a strange one. What's that guy called now? Who Anthony Joshua gave a bit of an hard time to at that press conference. Oh, that's it. Dev Sandwich.
Dev Sandwich, yeah.
Dev Sandwich, Bricktops runabout. Every time I see an interview from him now, he's talking about that presser. Is that what he's going to say on his tombstone? Here lies Dev Sandwich, was once snubbed by Big Meat. Pop, pop, back. I mean, what's going on here?
The last time I seen him interviewed, he was giving Big Meat praise for his win over Wallen.
Yeah.
So he was giving him his props for that, right enough. I did see something else today. Is Big Meat trying about fighting Ngannou.
Is what?
Is Big Meat's going to be fighting Ngannou? Francis Ngannou.
Now, I can't see that, but Julian said something about that to me a few weeks ago, and he went, do you know what? I won't put it past him sticking him in with him because it's a fight that Joshua can't lose, right? It's a big money fight, and he still keeps his position with Ergovic, doesn't he?
Yeah, and he could make Fury look bad if he does a better job against him than Fury did.
Garno, if he does a better job on Garno, then does Ergovic. He goes into the Fury fight or Usyk fight, then bringing something to the table, doesn't he? I suppose
on a high, yeah. Put him on a high. That
if Usyk does Fury and Usyk fights Joshua, well, technically, it's Usyk's belt anyway that Joshua's got in it. You know, Joshua's basically he's gone back to being a paper champion because he was a paper champion to start with, wasn't he? And then he got their paper titles back as soon as he lost them, but they were Fury's belts. Let's have it right. We give Fury a stick on him, but they were Tyson Fury's belts. Everybody knows it. And if you take this belt off Usyk, it's still Fury's belt, isn't it? From today.
Way back.
Way back in 2015. So if they think they can like dodge Fury, well, that's going to be another thing coming. But if Fury beats Usyk, there's nowhere for them side. Then they've got to get him with him, haven't they?
Go get
But
him,
they
man.
might just want to go their own way with belt and just hide behind
Aye.
politics another 10 years. Listen, these people are master manipulators. You know, like they say John Gotti's a master manipulator as a press and blah blah blah. Well, Sammy Gravano outmastered him, didn't he? He outdid him. Well, that's all they're doing with us. They're outmaneuvering fans. They're telling us one thing. It's a game of show and tell. They're telling us everything. Yeah, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. They're showing us shite. What are they showing us? They're talking Mercs. They're driving minis. You see where I'm coming from?
Could the Saudis dictate? Could the
Talking
Saudis?
Crawford, aren't they? They're talking
Yeah.
Crawford, but they're fighting Peter Dobson and that. Who is it they just fought before? Another big man in October.
Yeah. And that the Mexican guy, yeah, the Mexican. I can't remember his name.
To be fair to Crusher, Crusher looks an handful, doesn't he, really? But he fights small, doesn't he? Because he's got that crouching style like his old man.
Yeah.
He fights small. Every punch he throws in, he wings them in, doesn't he? He doesn't throw them in, doesn't he? So, but I just think if he comes up against Crawford or Ennis, I think it'll be a different kettle of fish. But I can't see why they can't go fight Chris Conger, Michael McKinson, Matt David Aviation.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to see him fight. David Evolution, I thought that would have been a good fight. And why are they scared to fight the local guys? Are they just on a money grab for the trying to fight somebody with big names?
That's what it is. It's not fair on fans, though, mate. We want to see them in fights. They can't keep dictating, right? We're going to do this, we're going to do that, and then do something totally opposite. It's crazy.
I believe maybe his powers disappeared, though. That's what it looked like he was hitting that guy with big shots, but he wasn't doing it. Crusher Ben.
He was hitting him with big shots. They were massive shots, weren't they? And he was going to kill him 2 minutes, wasn't he, before?
Yeah, and he wasn't moving the guy, wasn't just bouncing off him, So
look, he's played
maybe
the
has lost him.
Right? He's played the villain. He's not even got an high KO percentage, has he, to be known as this KO? How has everybody bought into this KO artist, roadman killer, Conor Benn thing, right? The man's not got a belt and his percentage rate is nowhere near a KO artist.
It's all hype. Eddie Hill's the hype master. He's hyped him up, isn't he? And there's always going to be a percentage of folk just ride on the hype, don't they? They just believe all hype that's put out there, don't they? Hang on every word Eddie Hills and Crusher Ben.
Yeah, but like I said, if he don't go out there Feb 3rd, Vegas, if he don't fight there, where does he go then if Eubank announces a fight in the next few weeks? Because they're close on some of them now, apparently. So if they announce a fight, the Eubanks and in him, Crusher, where does that leave the Crush?
He's out in the cold, isn't he? Little boy lost.
Another bear bum in the woods.
That's it. He's and that's what's coming. I think we're still no further forward with the board of control, are we? With the license situation, that's all gone quiet again.
Listen, mate, I think he's serving a silent ban and they've all shut their mouths.
I'm scared of me. The people that's interviewing them should be asking that. They should be on it.
Are they? They're not going to want to lose access. I mean, you heard that AD Alapido other day, didn't he? And he said something like, Anthony Joshua were asked questions by that Louis Theroux, wasn't it? Questions I'd never have asked him. Yeah, we know that, AD, because you're a shithouse with no balls. You know what I mean? Clinging on to a job in boxing that you don't even do properly. You're better on your YouTube channel, lad. Because all you've done since you got behind that mic at TalkSport is tickle our soul.
Same with the guard. He's just
God, he's gone at the game now, and he's lost it now. He is. I'm not even going to give him airtime now, so let's not mention the guard. I'll tell you who we can mention though. Kelly Maloney. What's happening with her now? Is she going to fight in Misfits? Because she was a boxer when she was Frank, but I've heard that somebody's reached out to Kelly Maloney, and there could be something going on. So
that's beyond ridiculous. I think that somebody's going to get injured in the Misfits thing. I think.
Well, him and his brother, the one who sued Dennis and won in court. What's he called? Eugene Maloney.
Aye, I haven't heard anything of him for years.
And Big Ron went at it in High Court. So that one for the faint-hearted, but they both could box, right, back in the day. Right. So if Kelly Maloney did a Channel 5 Misfits, that would top anything, wouldn't it? Eh? Oh,
I'm kind of lost for words even thinking about that. That's just.
Listen, Mark Tim sent me something earlier.
Is she not about 70-year-old as well? Is she not similar age to Bricktop?
I don't know. Mark Tim sent me something here about Mark. No, I sent it him actually. Somebody else sent me something. I sent it Mark. I think I sent it you. It was about tell you what it was about. Them people who were wanting to be boxers and the men, but they're turning into women. But they're going to fight the men that are going to be like dolled up as women, transgender boxing. What do you think to all that? It's all
I think that's wrong. Yeah, I think that's wrong. You shouldn't have
it. So if I say for instance, right? I don't know. I'm not going to use me as an example. Let's say for instance, Ronald McIntosh. That BBC pundit. He's like a commentator, isn't he?
Big tall guy, yeah.
Big tall guy, yeah. Ronald McIntosh, right? Ronald McDonald, right? Looks a bit like Skeletor, doesn't he? Well, if he went on IFL tomorrow and said, "Cougs," I'm thinking about turning into a woman. I'm gonna have window wiper, chop down. And, I'm gonna have a shave every day, shave my legs. I'm gonna wear a skirt. I'm gonna do a Misfits. And I'm gonna fight a woman. What would people say? Because this is like a whatever big fella, and he's obviously gonna have to fight a biggish woman, isn't he? But he'd still be a man, money. That's my point. That kind of thing.
No, right, is it? I don't. Isn't it?
He's still gonna have his man, isn't he?
Aye. Yeah. Oh, aye. It's going to be strong.
How could that be fair then?
It's no way. It's no. You can't have men beating up women. That's just wrong.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is, isn't it?
Yeah. Do you want to go on two then, kid?
Okay, pal. Just give me 5 minutes and I'll be on.
Are you going for all right.